Hey there, comic book fans. Back with another early morning comic book haul for you. Was at the comic shop yesterday, got home late, so I'm doing it early this morning as I've been doing this last month. But we'll start with my top of my printer museum covers that I had to look at this week. This is Riley Rosmo doing Rasputin. This issue is 9 years old now. Time just keeps on moving forward. And this is from 1977, so it's way older. And this is Spider-Man 175. This is when I first started picking up Spider-Man. I think I first started buying it regularly around issue 172 or something. It was the story with Stegron and the Lizard. I think that's where I first started. But this is Ross Andru and Mike Esposito. It's a really sort of awkward cover, but it's kind of supposed to be awkward. It's got this, he's awkwardly holding Spider-Man. He's awkwardly holding J. Jonah Jameson as the Hitman. It's got this circular, and it's even got this circular sort of, even the word balloons are in on this awkward circle here. But I don't even remember this cover. I just happened to be looking through as I was looking for something to put on the top of the printer, and this one popped out at me. I was like, ooh, let's look at that one. So I've had these two on the top of the printer all week. Now we'll put them away and put two new ones up. Got 10 comics at the comic shop this week. I think all of them were off of my pull list. I don't think I picked anything off the shelf. We've got Rifters, number 5. This one's gone downhill for me a little. I think I liked the first issue best, and then it's been okay, but not great. Who's doing this one? Pashin, Trauman, Johnson, Englert, and Sabino. But I'm still getting it, so what the heck? The art looks nice. A little shout for you there. The art still looks nice, so we'll see how that issue goes. They're like time cops kind of thing. Someone invented a time machine and it became a commercial product. And then they're like, after a few years of people messing up time, they're like, this can't be a commercial product anymore. And they had to start policing it all. And then we've got, I thought this, part 10 and 11, finale, the Catalyst War. This is Radiant Black. Let's see, which way does it go? Does it go that way? Does it go that way? I can't even tell. It definitely goes that way. I can see, when I'm not looking at them on the screen, I can see them connect. But this is issue 30 and 30.5. They kind of split it. They've been putting out 2 issues I haven't seen an issue in a while. Let's say a month. Let's say 2 issues a month. They kind of split the story off between, there was 2 friends who were sharing the Radiant Black suit, being superheroes, and they kind of split them off where they each chose to be Radiant Black. Then last issue they kind of came back together, but I guess we're going to finish it off in 2 issues too. So this has been cool. 30 and 30.5. All right, Radiant Black, good stuff. Got 2 issues to read. Then we've got Local Man. I forgot they were doing this. This is Local Man issue 25. Wow, I completely forgot they were doing that. It's a flip book, too. In case you don't know or you've forgotten, way back in Image's first year, I think. It might have been at the end of their first year, because I forget what issue Local Man is. Last issue of Local Man to come out may have been like 12 or something. So Image did this with all their books back in the early 90s. Like, after issue 12 came out, they put out issue 25 to give you a glimpse of the future. And then, as their books went on, everything led up to that issue 25, and then there was no new issue 25. They just went over to 26. So, since Local Man is a lot kind of about, there's a lot of early Image stuff in it. it's related to a lot of early Image stuff. They're doing the same thing. This is Images of Tomorrow. That's what it was called. Issued so, man, these guys. Who's doing this? Tim Seeley is drawing it. Story and art, Tim Seeley and Tony Fleece. Probably Tony Fleece is drawing it. Actually, this one is both of them, because Tim Seeley and Tony Fleece have been writing it, and Tony Fleece has been drawing the main story, and I think Tim Seeley's been drawing the backup. Color, Brad Simpson and Felipe Sobrero. And oh man, I forgot they were doing. So this is issue 25 of Local Man. They skip ahead to show us what's going on, and usually there's a flip book in the back that gives us sort of the 90s adventures of the superhero team that Local Man used to be on. So that's going to be a fun read. I didn't realize this side had Swimsuit Special on it. So I wonder if the flip side is actually a swimsuit special or just a story about the swimsuit. Image fan art. In memoriam for someone. So that one should be a good issue. Then the fourth and final issue of Hate Revisited. Like a gunfight between Buddy and his little brother Butch. This has been terrific. I'm a big Hate is one of my favorite comics of all time. This has been Hate Revisited. He's just doing short stories about all the different Hate eras. So they've been time has been moving pretty much. I think nearly the same as it's been moving for us. So since 1990, all these years 40 years have passed. So he's just going back to different eras and telling stories of the eras, and it's just been terrific. Really, really good. Buddy, Jay, Butch, Hal, Lisa. I don't remember who Hal is. Oh, no, that's Jay is his partner. Who's Hal? I have no memory of who Hal is. I'll have to find out. Then we've got Grimm issue number 20. Peter Bagg does Hate, by the way. I don't know if I said that. Stephanie Phillips, Flaviano, Rico Renzi. I forget what I was watching somebody on YouTube show off. They'd just gotten the Grimm. There's a deluxe hardcover. I was like, oh, that's cool looking. But good series about people. What are they? They're Grim Reapers. There's the word I'm looking for. Reapers. So it takes place in the afterlife, and all sorts of politics are going on in the afterlife. Death has died. This one Grim Reaper is supposed to be taking over his death, but she doesn't want to. Da-da-da. Fun stuff. Last handful of issues have been like done in ones about individual characters in it, giving us their backstory. Because everyone had a life before they died and became a Grim Reaper or something in the afterlife. Then we've got issue 4 of 4 of Grendel, Devil's Crucible, Defiance. And this is really going to be 3 4-issue minis. So this is Grendel, Devil's Crucible, Defiance. Then the next one is going to be Grendel, Devil's Crucible, some new word. I don't know what. I think a D word. Matt Wagner and Brendan Wagner. Matt Wagner's doing the writing and the drawing. I think Brendan is coloring it. But this takes place 500 years in the future from our last story with Grendel Prime making his way back to Earth after a space trip. And, of course, everything's changed in 500 years. So we'll see what this brings us. But, I'm down with this. I'm down with all the stuff Matt Wagner does. So at least his indie stuff. He's done stuff for, I think he's done stuff for Marvel and DC that I've skipped. But I usually get all his Grendel and Mage and stuff like that. We got Department of Truth number 26. I guess we get a Marilyn Monroe story this issue. This is the one that's all about conspiracies, and if enough people believe conspiracies, they come true. So the Department of Truth is trying to tamp down on the conspiracies and get people to believe the stuff they want them to believe. James Tinian IV. Artist is Allison Sampson. I think she's a different artist than our normal. I forget who the normal artist is, but I don't think it's Allison Sampson. Colorist Jordi Belair, letterer Aditya Bidikar, designer Dylan Todd, editor Steve Fox. Definitely a different artist. Cover A by Martin Simmons. Martin Simmons is our usual artist. Oh, pretty wild there. So I'm not exactly sure why they... maybe she's a specialist in Marilyn. I don't know. There's a lot of Marilyn Monroe drawings here. Allison Sampson. Pretty neat. We'll see that one. And this one I bought just for its cover. It's another Scott Koblish cover of Avengers Assemble. At least I got not quite his million figures covers, but I think the coloring on this is a little dark. I gotta say, just look. I'm not sure who colored it, but I think it came out a little dark. I'm losing some of the figures here. Some of the tiny little figures fighting all around the mansion. I have no idea what the book is. I bought it just for its cover to collect Scott's work. Looks a little dark on the insides too, even darker. But last week Scott had a Deadpool cover, but I didn't know it was coming out, so I missed it on final order cutoff and wasn't able to get it. But picked up this one. Avengers. I don't even know what the book is. No clue. Let's see, who does the book? There we go. Writer, Steve Orlando. I think I've read some stuff of his before. Penciler, Scott Eaton. I think I've bought some stuff of his before. I know both of them. Inker, Elizabeth D'Amico. Colorist, Sonia Oback. Letterer, VC's Corey Pettit. Him I know. I think Sonia Oback lighting up on the colors. Or I don't know. It's tough to tell. I think it's just muted. It's not really dark. Anyway, I'll give it a read just to see how it is because I bought it. And the final thing I got this week is Penthouse Comics, issue number 5. Nice cover on this one. I don't know who did it. But this is European comics. It's, you know, for us over here in America, it's the adult sexy comics. But in Europe, it's just a comic. You want to see what's in it? Let me pull out the comic. We'll give you a little... I think a few things finished this week. What do we got? The Dead All Have the Same Skin, Part 4. Gun Crazy, Part 5. I Spit on Your Grave, Part 5. Miss October, Part 3. There's everyone who does everything. Like I said, these are just European comics, so they have some nudity in them. Which a lot more American comics have, you know, at least the ones I buy have nudity in them, but... So, all nice artwork, all fun stuff. And what's funny, for European comics, there's a lot of stories that deal with American racism. Stories set in the past that, like I said, have a lot to do with American racism. So I just find that funny that American comics don't really like to deal with American racism, but European comics will. All right, there you go. Oh, well, first I got to show you something of mine, don't I? Let's see. Dreams of Things made it up to 250, and I did. Here's the first of them, but I did actually 2 250s because I wanted one with the horizontal logo and one with the vertical logo. Just because it was your 250, it should be special. It should be alternate covers, but here's the first one. Yeah, I noticed I've been using a lot of green lately. It's a green shirt, but this one seems to be more yellow. As I look at it here, there's a very cross-like feel with this yellow going yellow-orange going across and yellow going down there. There's a mod woman with huge horns on her head. And a purple pyramid. I often draw pyramids in the background, but they're usually not purple. That one's a strange... Ooh, she's standing on an orange ball, huh? This one's an odd landscape with some odd figures in it. And lots of round, small balls. What does it all mean? I'm not sure, but it's quite dreamy. All right, so there you go. Some artwork, some comics, and you guys have a good week out there.